hate greetings. They're just so awkward. I just want to just be like, so anyway, you know, just like get into the video. On my channel, I talk about whatever I want to talk about, but it usually ends up being about black women, or something to do with women in general, or something to do with games. Even though I haven't talked about games in a while, but I think that it's time for a Sims commentary video, because the drama in the community and the drama like with that company, like bro. Anyways, today, as you can see by the title, we're gonna talk about Kylie and her pregnancy just a little bit. I want to show you guys my cute outfit. So, okay, can you guys see? Can you see? Oh, okay, so I saw today that Kylie Jenner's name was trending, and I was just wondering like, huh? Clicked on it, saw that she was pregnant again with her second child, and she's having it with Travis, and that kind of confused me because I swear to God they broke up. Like, didn't he dump her? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I swear to God he dumped her. So it was weird to me that she was pregnant again with him, but whatever. She's gonna have her second child, and they both seem really excited for the pregnancy. I've never cared about the Kardashians. The last time I was genuinely invested in anything they were doing had to have been almost 10 years ago. It's been a minute, but I did see a tweet. They said, Kylie's montage videos of her pregnancies just make me feel like maybe having a kid in the future wouldn't be so bad. And I saw a second tweet that said, Kylie is living out my young mother dreams. And I was like, you know what? That's exactly what she's doing. She's living out our dreams of what life could be if capitalism didn't have us in its grip. So in this video, I want to talk about giving birth in the US and all the ways that Kylie is, yeah, definitely living our young mother dreams, literally speaking. Kylie had her first baby at 20, which means that she was pregnant at 19. What was she doing at 19 and 20? Nothing really, throwing parties and taking photos, modeling, and Kylie was chilling, bruh. So when she got pregnant at 19, it wasn't a catastrophe. I honestly think that her being a teenager is literally the only reason why she hit it. It wasn't a major issue or major deal when she got pregnant for anyone. I remember a lot of people being like, well, she can afford the baby, so why not? But most of us at 19 and 20 are not just doing nothing. And if we are, we're being harassed by the adults around us for not doing that. Your late teens and early 20s in our society is designated to building your life, creating a foundation for the rest of your existence, making sure you have high grades in high school so you can get into a good school, a good college, making sure that once you're in college, you're keeping your grades decently high so maybe you can get into grad school. It kind of sucks because it's still your life. Like, this idea of your life doesn't start until you have certain things in place is bogus. It's bull. In your early 20s, you are very much an adult. You're a human being, and you have dreams and you have things you want to do that are completely valid, and you should be able to do them. The thing about Kylie that we've literally seen before our eyes, we've seen her make her dreams come true. Between her makeup line, she had a skincare line, she had a baby, she's, you know, dated guys she wanted to date, and now she's having her second child. Like, that is something that we all should be able to do. But because we're poor, we can't do that. Your early 20s is a time of pseudo-adulthood here in the US. Many people at this age still live with their parents. In fact, approximately 52% of young Americans aged 18 to 29 currently live with their parents. But it wasn't always this way. So back in 1962, 90% of 30-year-olds had been married at least once. By 2019, only 51% of 30-year-olds had been married. So 60 years ago, 20-somethings were working and starting families. They were independent. Now it's just so difficult to be that. Now, there may be a lot of reasons why, but definitely a contributing factor to that is wages. Wages have not risen at the same rate as cost of living. Go on Indeed right now, Indeed.com, type in a job, look through the jobs in your area, and you look at the pay most of them are not going to be paying more than $15 an hour. Guarantee. And if they are, they're going to be like top level management, basically. These average regular jobs are not paying enough money to get your own place. Move-in requirements are stringent. They want you to make at least $30K a year. Well, if you make $15 an hour, you're not making $30K a year. So where are you supposed to live besides your mama house? Like, being in your 20s honestly sucks. There's just not enough money that you can give me to get me to go back there, honey. I was poor, I was ugly, because I was poor. I couldn't get my hair done and I couldn't get my facial cleaners I needed, and then it was the 2010s, so my fashion was hideous, so you already know it was just a mess. 20-somethings do not feel free to pursue their dreams. They feel as though they have to focus on work. They have to focus on building for the future, working toward a degree, working toward an entry-level job, working in your entry-level job for a promotion. So to see Kylie effortlessly move through life like this, to see her just decide, I want to have a baby and get pregnant and then do a cute little baby announcement for the entire world to celebrate with you. I mean, of course it blew up. We don't see this. We don't see young people pursuing the things they want. But I want to say that, of course, her being a white woman makes it to where she can easily, fluidly enter into a single motherhood space and not feel as though she's being stigmatized by it. We all know white women get to do whole things and not be called a hoe. The fact that she has closely aligned herself with this urban aesthetic makes it to where her just getting pregnant by her boyfriend is not gonna negatively impact her at all. If anything, her becoming a mother has sort of broadened her brand. Kylie gets to just be a mom, and she gets to just worry about mom things. She doesn't have to endure the things that many single moms have to endure in this country. 39% of families who are living below the poverty line are led by single mothers. Single mothers typically don't make very much money. Single moms make an average of $50K a year. The average for a married couple is twice that. They take on more work and they have like half the resources to do what they need to do. But having a baby is expensive for all of us. The average cost for giving birth in a hospital in my state is $22,000. And if you have complications, that number rises. When you give birth, you can end up having a C-section. You can end up maybe having a blood transfusion. It can get dangerous and it can get very complicated and intense very quickly and very expensive. I had my first child in a birth center for several reasons, but one of them being that it was cheap. At the time, I had Medicaid. You know, I feel like I had a good deal going on. I only had to pay a few fees out of pocket, but most of it was covered. So everything seemed simple enough, but my son ended up having to go into the emergency room a few days after his birth, and he ended up spending 1 month in the NICU. Thankfully, I was super poor at the time, because if I wasn't, I would have had to pay that out of pocket. And a baby in the NICU costs $3,500 a day. Just giving birth, $22,000. NICU, $3,500 a day if your baby has complications. Now let's talk about maternity leave. Only 12% of women get maternity leave through their workplaces, and there is no such thing as a federally paid maternity leave. Meaning, the government knows the women and the people with the vaginas is pushing out babies. They know we pushing out babies like clockwork. They're not even trying to pay us to sit and take care of them. Now, you know that's the devil. This country gonna burn. I'm telling you, I'm not gonna be here to see it. I'm not burning, because I'm doing my part. Being cute and spreading the news, honey. You can literally go broke just because you want to have a baby and you gotta watch that thing. The average daycare costs $8,400 a year, $700 a month, just for somebody to watch a child. And if you decide to go the nanny route, girl, just pack it up. Pack it up. You have to fork over $38,000 a year at least. So to give birth in the United States with no complications, it would cost a grand total of $32,400, and I included prenatal care in that too, which is roughly $2,000 after your first year. This is just baby costs. We're not even paying the rent. We're not paying the car note. We're not buying wigs. We just paying for the baby and the birth. The average 20-something does not have this money. Birthing babies and becoming a parent is becoming a luxury. It's almost becoming something for the elite society, and that's it. This should scare us and concern us. We're being priced out of the ability to have kids. Like, I see people all the time and, you know, talk about how I don't want to have a child that I can't take care of, da, da, da. And it's like, really, at this rate, can any of us afford kids at all? Like, and the way things are rising and wages are not. Kylie is very literally living our young mother dreams. I mean, she looks like she's having way more fun than I was. When my child was 3, I'm done having kids, but maybe some of y'all want to bring in some kids into this apocalyptic mess. And I feel as though if you want to do that, you should have the right to be able to do that. This isn't a slight or anything against Kylie. She's rich, whatever. She's doing rich woman things. No hate against her at all. I just think like we all should have that right to have a baby when we want to. If you want to have a baby at 23, you should be able to have a baby at 23 or 24 or 22 or whatever age you want to. No, but honestly, what does the society look like if only wealthy people get to have kids? It's giving Handmaid's Tale. It's giving something like that, and I don't like it. Something's gotta change. I don't know when, I don't know how, but Lord, I don't know. If you pray, I guess go do that. Okay, well, that's it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching, and subscribe if you like me. I guess don't subscribe me if you don't. Ugh. And I'll catch you guys on my next one. Bye.
The day coming to an end, long as I can spend my life.